that we know, like for example, Chinmayi was brutally denied opportunities in Tamil film industry. But on the other hand, in Malayalam, on one side, of course, there is a lot of violent manifestation of patriarchy is there. How do you compare other industries or in Bollywood, for example, many of the issues that we are still fighting for, like the basic needs, toilet facilities, they don't have to fight for that. That's what I understand. So, yeah, so basic stuff. So, how do you compare other industries with Malayalam cinema?
I remember when we started WCC in the very beginning, there were a lot of actors and filmmakers from the other industry who reached out to us to understand if they can join us because they didn't have a collective back in their industries. And I think Chinmayi found some kind of support system from Kerala because when Vairamuthu won some award here, the government actually cancelled it after a hue and cry that our society protested against. So, I also want to say this, Shaina, I think that also comes from the state that we live in, the kind of people we have around us, and I feel this whole issue of is more within the industry rather than from the society that we live in. I think the people have kind of accepted Bhavana, the struggle, the fight. I think the issue is within the industry because they're scared of women who would speak up and question and change the status quo because they're very comfortable there. So I think it happens inside, it's not outside. And also, adding to what Binchechi was saying, I think just like guilt needs to change sides, I think power and money also needs to change sides for something to happen here. Because that is where the real creative decisions are made. So I feel women need to come into the decision making. So when I was, I didn't want to get into the industry in the first place. I was an artist, I was performing, I was a dancer. And when I got, while I was growing up, let's just say that, I thought the only thing that a woman can do in the film industry was to become an actress. I didn't have anybody telling me that, you could, because you're not seeing it, right? You don't even know that is where all the creative decisions are being made. And that is where, all the power is. In that sense of power is what I'm saying. And we hardly have any women there. See, you can say that I'm part of a production company, but the production company is not mine at the end of the day. I want to be in a space where I can make those creative decisions. I can be okay, I want to do a movie about this woman and I want to do it in this budget. And I want producers backing me and trusting me in spite of my gender and trusting me to deliver that. And we don't have that system. We don't have that kind of an ecosystem in the industry at all. So I think I'm waiting for that. That change needs to happen. If anything needs to happen, why do you think they don't listen to us when we are talking? Because we don't have the money and the power. if we had that, they would listen to us. It's very simple. So that is why they get very agitated when Geetu Mohan does exactly what they are doing and gets all these views, and suddenly they're like, oh, she's going to make money. And they're all worried. It's pretty simple. So yeah, I am in a space where people please play the system, do whatever you want, but get to a space where you can make those decisions is where I am at right now mentally, Shaina.